Below the Void podcast.
Next one, then I'm just fucked.
Yeah, then you just live on the street.
Me and 2 dogs and a cat living on the street.
The dogs will keep you warm.
Cut Lily's belly open and climb in like a tauntaun. I said I could. I said I didn't say I would. I said I could.
Oh my god.
She's all muscle.
I got a couple months. I got a couple months before that would
Before
happen.
you gotta do that. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's a horrible way to start a podcast, Mr. B.
Oh, you were recording when I talked about that with my dog? I love her. I said I didn't say I would. I said I could. I said I
Notice how
could.
the tone changed.
I said I could cut her open.
Immediately.
Could cut her open and live inside her like a tauntaun.
Yeah.
But he's right. She's a brick shit house of muscle, so it's.
She's probably
she-
fine
I
with
could
that.
I could fit like one arm in
She
there.
might cut you open.
Oh, she definitely. Yeah,
Like
she
a
need.
ta-
She
like a
need. I mean,
tauntaun.
she's a gentle giant, but she could cut a bitch up if she wanted to.
So how's everyone doing today? Mr. B, we heard the last half of your not getting a house, so that sucks. That sucks, man.
Oh, so
I've
you
been
didn't
looking
just hit
for-
record. So the first thing on the podcast isn't me going, cut my dog open.
No, I'm pretty sure we got. It starts with you saying, "Then I'm fucked."
Then I'm fucked.
Well,
So-
that's
Well, that's a perfect way to start.
pretty
then.
par for the course.
That's good. I'm into that. Well, speaking of my new house, when I get it, because I'm not gonna live in my dog.
Good. Good.
I'm gonna live in a
Not a lot of
house.
space
I'm gonna live
in
in a house.
That's the title so far. Just quotes. I'm not gonna live in my dog.
Because I'm not gonna live with my dog.
I wonder, artfully speaking, not realistically. Do you think it would be a detractor of women if I made my house look like Ed Gein lived there?
Yeah.
Probably.
It would. Okay.
It would be a detractor of me as
I
well.
should still do it. No, fuck you. You've seen that on Etsy, the Ed Gein inspired like
Yeah.
fake human skin lampshades,
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
and you own a nipple belt,
I do own a nipple belt, but I made that myself.
fresh nipples.
That was for
If
fresh.
you don't wanna
Your own,
sell
your own.
your
You
house,
cut it off.
I
Waited
grow
for
nipples.
waited for a new one to grow back.
I grow nipples
cut another one off.
like no one's business.
If you don't want to sell your house yet, so you have more time to look, I could show up like Will Ferrell dressed as a Nazi, mowing the lawn.
There you go.
Yeah. Can you also do it?
If you guys need any fertilizer, I've got a lot of it.
Can you do it pantsless? I want the Nazi attire up top, but I want dong hanging below.
Oh, you need the dong
but
hanger.
put a
I
swastika
will
sock
need a
over
Ku
your
Klux
cock.
Klan person,
Jesus
too.
Christ.
Like, oh hey neighbors,
Business on top,
everyone
Party
recycles
down
in this
below.
neighborhood.
Dong all below.
party
So
down
I
under.
shouldn't make I won't attract women if I make it look like Ed Gein's house.
Maybe if you have like one Ed Gein lamp, but
Okay.
you save that for once they're already into it.
Once I know they're
And you'd be
okay.
Like, Look at this
Okay.
cool Ed Gein lamp.
Don't
I
worry,
have.
this won't be you because I already
Yeah.
have one. Okay, so
Look,
that's
you don't
good.
have to worry. I already have a lamp. Made of
So
skin.
yeah, so I'll just okay. So okay, I got that. And I can put it out to all our listeners that
It's on my bucket list.
in the world that if anyone would like to date me, they could message us. I know. I think we're mostly men, so I mean, you could message me and I'll flirt. I'll flirt with dudes. It's cool, but I don't know how many are local, so they'll definitely have to relocate. They'll have to
Right.
Most of
relocate
them
to
are
here.
from Iowa.
They'll have to relocate.
We have a
to here.
lot of listeners from Iowa.
I was
we,
on that
we
thing.
actually.
It's because of your spot on Iowan accent.
I don't know if I've done that in the reboot.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
We do have a lot of listeners from Canada, though. We have as many in Canada as we do in.
Well, so
We
then
love Canada.
Wait,
We do.
So then if they relocated to me, it wouldn't feel much different.
You should go back to
Unless
Canada
they live
again.
in like the.
Oh, although we thought we were pretty
No.
close to Canadian, and we got immediately spotted when we
Yeah.
were in Canada. As
Well, right. That's because we didn't
out-of-towners.
close our businesses at 8:00 on a Saturday.
Right.
Well, yeah. Well, the
That might
thing
just be
is,
fun to
Should have called more people Bud.
I thought we were.
Had some more ketchup
I
chips.
thought we were.
No, anything but that. Give me
blending
the
in
all
pretty
dressed
well.
chips. Those are good.
except for obviously the lady
the,
at
the license plate, yeah.
Well, the license plate was what I was going to talk about. The lady at the hotel obviously knew, but
Yeah.
yeah, when we
That's
we're
where
like,
out-of-town
could
people
we
stay,
change
in
this
a
real
hotel.
money for your plastic money,
yeah,
please?
pretty
Yeah.
please. But when we went to
Tim Hortons?
Someone had like one of our doors weren't it didn't close completely.
Yeah, yeah.
So the lady walks in and she's like, whoever has the Minnesota license plate, just looks right at us.
Looks right at us. Yeah.
It's like, your door's still open.
We're like,
And
how?
we're like, how the fuck did you
I thought we were pretty fucking undercover.
She wasn't looking at me because I was spot on Canadian that day.
Yeah.
They
You were just balls
so
deep in a Tim Horton maple
So I was
log.
like,
I had the
so I was like,
maple log.
about how
Oh,
much
goddamn
would you
it.
say your maple logs are?
Yeah.
They're
Okay,
bud.
so
They're bud.
I haven't been here in a while. Are your maple logs still affordable? Because
Apparently the maple logs aren't as big a hit in the States now, considering like
I
in the
only
last
have
2
one,
years ago,
one loony and one toonie.
one toonie. They opened like 10 or 12 Tim Hortons in the Minnesota metro area like 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and now they're pretty much all
almost
gone
all
except for
gone.
one.
The same thing
Yeah.
that happened to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, but that's because that was overrated.
And they made him change
Tim Hortons
his
was
name to
fucking
Froggy
good.
Fresh.
Hey,
Krispy Kreme,
good.
Krispy Kreme is really good if you get them fresh.
Oh
Otherwise,
yeah.
they're fine.
Yeah, but even then,
Otherwise
fucking
they're
no.
hot
Even then,
from
they
the
have like
fryer
the
with the,
varieties.
like,
Like
warm
there's like 2
frosting
different
on.
kinds,
Hell
from what I
yeah.
remember. There's
Yeah.
like 3 different
But,
kinds.
Like,
Fucking-
Krispy Kreme is one of those things where you get a Krispy Kreme if you want a fucking
Hey,
Krispy Kreme.
you know what they
Right.
say, Blair?
Yep.
Variety's the spice of life.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember though when that one in Maple Grove opened, and we were all just like, "Ooh, you can watch them make the donuts."
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're drizzling it right on.
Whoa, that's sick, Blair. I don't know where you went.
What?
I didn't watch any men drizzling stuff on
I didn't
stuff.
say men did it.
Oh,
I,
because I heard that.
Drizzling man.
yeah. If you're thinking
It's
about drizzling men,
drizzling
that's good for
men.
you, but
Hallelujah, it's
I was talking about them
drizzling
making
man.
donuts.
So
I was talking
guys,
about
I have
men
to
blowing
make a
loads.
startling
figured.
confession to you all.
Okay, I'll go next.
None of
my
that
God.
recorded.
No.
Oh, I didn't know if that
Oh,
was
I was
off
gonna
mic.
say-
I didn't know if that was off
I
mic.
got an email.
Oh, gotcha. I got to tease this.
I got an
Tease my
email.
Pachuchka a little bit.
I'm being blackmailed.
Hmm.
Oh man, this one's tough. But I'm gonna read the email.
Okay.
It's from Save You.
Save me?
Save You.
Save you dot what?
Save You 49 at 8339.com.
That sounds like a real
I
person.
prefer
sounds
8765309
It begins, "Hi,
or 867.
I know one of your passwords is," and then it goes on to list
But-
one of my passwords.
Butt fart sniffer 14, which was your password in ninth grade.
fart.
Butt
I'm gonna
fart
give you
sniffer
I'm gonna give you a
14.
hint
Mouth
as
fart.
to how old this password is. Now, to his credit, this is a password I've used before, so
Okay.
clearly it was
So he's
taken
on to you.
from,
So he's
from,
on to you.
from one of the hacks from years ago. But
the
the
butt fart
string of
websites.
numbers in this password is my student ID from middle school, from Jackson Middle School.
Okay.
So it's a password I think it's safe to say I haven't used in
How do you
10
know
years.
this from your student ID?
He remembers a lot.
You remember that?
Well,
I
no,
still remember mine.
no, I'm
remember
saying
that
that's
shit.
where because I used that as my password for
Oh.
stuff back then.
Gotcha.
That
I
was
remembered it.
depending on when in middle school. That was a year or two before we even fucking knew each other.
Yeah. So he goes on to list this password,
Well,
which
Mark and I knew each other.
chills my
Yeah,
bones.
sent shivers down
I
the
am
spine.
my bones. Feel them. Feel my bones.
He's
Wow.
he's boneless,
They're chilled.
Icy.
especially in his
Icy
pants.
bones.
Your computer was infected with my private malware. Your browser wasn't updated / patched.
Oh.
In such case, it's enough to just visit some website where my iframe is placed to get automatically infected. If you want to find out more, Google drive-by exploit. My malware gave me full access to all your accounts, see password above, full control over your computer, and it also was possible to spy on you over your webcam. I collected all your private data, and I recorded you through your webcam, satisfying yourself! Exclamation point. After that, I removed my malware to not leave any traces, and this email was sent from some hacked server. I can publish the videos of you and all your private data on the whole web, including the darknet, where the very sick people are, social networks, over email of all contacts.
He's not a sick people,
But
but he would show it to sick
He
people.
would show
only
it to
you
people.
can stop me, and only I can help you out of this situation. Transfer exactly $800 in Bitcoin. It's a very good offer compared to all the horrible shit that will happen if I publish everything. It then goes on to list his Bitcoin wallet. Copy and paste my wallet. It's case sensitive.
Now this was a
I
real,
give you
Case sensitive.
I give you 3 days time to pay.
see if this
How
now
long
thi-
ago was this?
This was Friday.
If this guy was real, don't you know people who used to work with you or still do that have ties to Anonymous?
Yes.
If this was real, a real person, not a bot, you should take his Bitcoin wallet numbers, bring it to those buddies, and then drain his Bitcoin.
Wallet.
And then farm from his Bitcoin.
So he gives me 3 days time to pay. Okay, and this is where he needs to grandstand.
Yeah.
Because he's so much better than
He's
me.
got to show you his meaty cock.
As I got access to this email account, I will know if this email has already been read. If you get this email multiple times, it's to make sure that you read it.
That makes sense.
It's not because it's spam. It's because it's I'm sending it. After receiving the payment, I will remove everything, and you can life your live in peace like before.
Blair's fucking popping.
You can life your live in peace. I never noticed that one before.
Life your live.
And then he ends by showing that he's very human. Sorry, but next time update your browser before browsing the web! Exclamation point.
So I got 2 things. I didn't know he
web.
gave me the tease yesterday, but he didn't read all that to me. And I told him, in seriousness, if that was real, I mean, big deal. I mean, what's the worst case if people see you jerking off? It's not the end of the world.
Right.
If it was real, it's not worth $800 bucks. Just okay. Well, now you guys saw me jerking off. Let's move past it.
Deal, I wank.
Psych, that's
sorry,
my
Grandma.
fetish, and now I have
Sorry,
an
my aunt,
excuse to
uncle.
have
Sorry,
everyone see it.
cousins.
I can be like,
You
I'm
saw-
sorry, I got hacked.
You
Everyone
saw my
take
dick.
a look at my ding dong.
You saw my dick, but guess what? You all jerk off too. So fuck.
I told Mr. B, I'm
you.
like, I don't really care about it. I just don't want people to see the tweezers I use.
And I said after a little bit, no one would bring it up except for me. Occasionally, if the right joke came up, like 2 years later, I'd be like, "Oh, remember when we saw your tweezer dick?" And then I wouldn't bring it up again for a while.
That was great.
I don't know for the whole world. It's just people he knows.
No. The whole world.
So the whole
You'd have
he's
to make, like,
well, I don't believe that
custom
part.
pads
That's the
for
one part I don't
tweezers,
believe.
otherwise
It's just
that'd
people
be-
in his
Oh
contacts.
yeah,
painful.
that would take the skin right off.
You
for
know what
sure.
would be fun to do?
So yeah, guys, I'm out $800 in Bitcoin now, so that sucks.
That's like 43 American dollars. You know what'd be funny to do is,
Well,
do you know that
$800 worth of Bitcoin
Fine.
is like fractions of a Bitcoin, isn't it?
Yeah.
do you know that comedian? I don't know how you pronounce his last name, like James Veit or Veet. Have
You
seen
talking
it?
about James Vanderbeek?
No,
I love that guy.
he's a British guy, and his big thing is he responds to spam emails and gets them going.
Oh,
I have
Have you
not
seen it?
that.
If
No,
you
that
even
sounds
see,
like
he does a
fun,
bunch of,
though.
or he does weird stuff with
I've
his
seen some
roommates,
people
like
on YouTube
duck-
do that.
And he was on tour with Conan
You
O'Brien last summer when he came and stuff. He's fucking funny. You should do that, or like pretends that he gets a wrong email thinking he was a landlord from someplace, and he ends up acting like he's the landlord, and they say they need to get ventilation, so he's like sends diagrams, all they'll blow out the whole wall to the bathroom and shit. And they're like, finally, like, we got in contact with a real landlord. Oh, okay, good, see ya. And he goes for like 8 emails. You should do that with that one. Respond.
But I
Respond and
don't-
be like, no, dude, I didn't even know. I do not want anyone to see my tweezer dick. I do not have $800 though. I can give you about $6.
So here's the thing, like, it starts off pretty strong, right? Like, just it shows you a password that you've used before. It's like, oh, that's legit.
Never
And
once
then-
mentions your name.
Like, you know what would really actually motivate me to pay money to someone like this? Fucking find my name, fucking attach a screenshot of me satisfying myself.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Especially if
some
that's your
juicy
kink.
deets.
Like,
especially, exactly,
get
dude.
me into
Some
the.
juicy deets, bruh.
So this was a little bit more high effort than some spam, but unfortunately, still poo poo doo doo. There's a lot of funny stuff.
Hey man, you got a life you live.
I got a lot of it.
dude.
I mean, don't we all?
I will remove everything, and you can life your live in peace like before. Like, you don't know me, dude. My life was never in
Yeah.
fucking peace, you piece of shit.
You clearly don't know me, motherfucker.
You know it's peaceful.
Life is eternal suffering.
You know what's peaceful?
Fuck.
You know what's peaceful? Being $800 short, but knowing that people don't know that I ever jerk off.
Yeah, dude, totally.
So now
I
now
read
I can
this
go about
for-
that. Everyone I know knows I don't touch myself.
Yep.
On Friday, I read this for some of the guys at work, and I was like, what if when it says he recorded me satisfying myself, what if he just has a video of me eating a Snickers, like a big fat piece of shit? Because I hear those satisfy.
Those satisfied.
Oh
But you
my
also do
God.
it while putting a cucumber in your dumper.
Yeah, again, I would say a carrot stick would be as high, as thick as I could get in there.
A stick though, you better round off those edges.
Yeah.
Yeah. and clean it because
They got
they're
the-
covered
they
in
got
dirt.
The hard,
They're covered
fucking
in dirt.
square edges. A carrot stick?
Well, I figured because I mean he's the cucumber's got the little pokies, so I figured he'd
Right,
smooth
the
that
pokies,
off.
yeah.
He'd
It's
smooth
ribbed
that off. So I
for your
figured if he's
pleasure.
using a carrot,
Little
he'd
pokey.
de-rib it for his pleasure.
It's got the
For his
buggies.
rosebud.
Yeah. For
De-rib
his
it-
precious rosebud.
De-rib it for his kiss from a rose.
Bud.
That's a callback to like 3 months ago.
Yeah. In other words, 2 episodes
2
ago.
episodes ago.
Hey,
Or,
man.
or maybe it was last episode.
Hey man,
even. I can't even
I've been
remember.
busy. I don't know if you know that.
Dude,
but
I've
I've had a lot on my plate,
I know you've got a ton on your plate.
and soon I'll be having fucking fake human skin lampshades in my place.
On your plate.
I've been busy
They,
too.
they actually do sell those on
Oh,
Etsy,
okay.
like fake, like Ed Gein
Sure,
inspired
fake.
lampshades.
Fake.
I mean, I'll smell them when I get them. I'm not actually gonna buy one.
Whoa!
I mean, for Halloween, a fake human skin looking lampshade for October would be pretty cool. But I don't know if I'd do it all year round.
Just have it on Halloween. Just put it so people can see it over your front window.
And then wear a nipple belt while I tuck dance for the trick or treaters.
Yeah.
Goodbye horses, mommy night long. Goodbye
Exactly.
horses.
This guy knows how to party. on
And then I'd
Halloween.
but I wouldn't play with these nipples. I'd play with the nipple
Play with the
belt.
nipple
I go,
nipples.
would you fuck me?
Would
I'd
you,
fuck
would
you.
you feed me
Fuck
a
me.
Snicker while putting a cumber in my
My
dumper?
dumper? 'Cause-
I'd feed me a Snicker while putting a cumber in my dumper.
And then Don walks up and shoves a
Yeah.
cucumber in my ass and gives me a
People know it's
Snickers.
real.
And then he takes a Snickers out of my candy bowl and gives it to me
Gives it to you.
because it's Halloween.
A full-size Snickers?
full-size
Where are you
Snicker.
getting full-size Snickers on Halloween, and where can I sign up?
They'd
to
be at
get
my
a
house
full-size Snickers.
because I go all out.
Speaking of full-on S&M, have you guys seen that show on Netflix, Bonding?
No, I heard it's actually pretty good
It's a
though.
funny show.
I heard it's funny.
It's really short. The episodes are like 15 minutes, but
Well, it's because
It's about
when
BDSM.
there's bondage
Yeah.
involved, you come pretty quick, so they don't want to have it be long episodes.
That's true.
it's a pretty funny show. I liked it. Kinda
I'd get through
ends
like 3
abruptly.
episodes if you know what I mean.
Is it like a sitcom? Or is it like a...
Yeah, more
Isn't
or
it?
less.
Is it British?
No.
I thought that, for some reason I thought that when I read the description that they're British.
Because those Brits
that
are
back.
all about bondage.
The Germans definitely are, and they're all about the scheisse.
I don't think that's
I thought that was
necessarily true.
Dutch.
Everybody,
Fuck scheisse.
all Eastern Europeans love shit on each other.
Eastern European.
Germany is not in Eastern Europe, my friend.
No.
You're thinking of the Slavs.
Oh, whatever, whatever.
Yo,
They're
like, why do
already
you think
squatting, they might
Yeah,
as
they
well.
squat so that
squat.
they're in position to.
But all they have for sustenance is vodka and cigarettes. I don't think they poop.
Right.
No, they do. It's just really runny. It's just really runny. So it's a bath. It's not more like a mud pie. It's like a bath
Jesus
of liquid.
Christ.
What, you guys brought it up?
Yeah.
Just vodka and Clorox all day long.
Oh.
What are you guys?
Goodbye,
What are you guys up to these days?
I told you what I'm
I got a
up to.
topic. Now
life-
doesn't seem like a really good time after
life-
all the piss and shit talk.
Bro,
but,
it's always a good time. I got a small topic too.
I have a pretty
Do
average
you, do you want me
topic.
to?
So
Okay,
Abby
mine's
and
good
I
size. Mine's
Went
good
to
size.
the ball game the other day. We took a picture, and I'm just gonna
Oh.
pass it around for everyone to see.
Went to the ball game.
Show to Mr. B.
And while you were
Before
there,
you make a comment.
I went to the food truck festival for the second time that day.
Without spoiling it, I think piss and shit is actually probably very,
Oh,
very,
a little on the nose.
very relevant.
Hibachi Grill. They had that at the food truck festival.
Got a baby on the way.
Turns
Baby on the way!
out the doctors were wrong. He's not barren.
Bro, that's awesome. How long have you known?
A couple weeks.
Does she have a due date?
Yes.
So it was
Hey,
weird.
Share it,
So
share
it
it.
was, so it was weird earlier that
March
day when I
4th.
kept trying to pump beers in her. That was kind of weird for me then. I didn't know that.
That was really weird. Yeah.
I didn't
March
try to
4th?
force
March
it.
4th.
I had her hold my beer for a second while I fucking ate some nachos. But
That's
Yep.
that's
Got
a
an ultrasound tomorrow.
dude. What if the baby comes out on March 4th and fucking immediately marches 4th?
Whoa.
oh
my
shit,
God.
the Ides of
Whoa.
March. You got to call the kids Ides.
I mean, have you guys been
Gotta call
planning?
Ides.
Yes.
And oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah,
You've
dude.
been blowing loads. billboards.
You did it.
I sure did.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
I really don't want to talk about serial killers now. I feel like
But you know what you should tell her
taking the
though.
whole mood down.
You know you should tell her what's not good for babies. Glitter bath bombs.
Glitter bath bombs.
Avoid
Straight.
that. Avoid that. Because if that gets, when they're in the womb, the kid can come out permanently glittered,
Yeah.
like Sparkly Pete from Twilight.
Glitter gets in all of their little pores, and then they start to sweat glitter.
I've seen those billboards that says I absorb glitter
I
at
absorb
14
glitter.
days.
Yeah. I have
14 days.
14 days I absorb glitter. You absorb it directly through the tummy. So
No, Mr. B says babies absorb glitter at 14 days.
Yeah, we
And
didn't,
he's pretty smart about
no
stuff.
more glitter.
we didn't really explain to the listeners, but I showed
Oh.
the guys a picture of us holding up.
With your permission, I'd like to put that in the show notes.
Did you
Yeah, we're gonna do an announcement thing on Facebook as long as it's after that.
Hell yeah.
so I'm assuming that's when you told, since her parents were here, that's when you, or did
Yeah.
they know before then?
Yes, we told them
Gotcha.
when they were here.
But you still haven't told your parents.
Yes, we told them
Oh.
because it was at the same time.
But you still haven't told our parents.
Correct.
Okay, I'm there now.
Yep, I told people at work and yeah, just parents and siblings, and now you guys.
and now the listeners.
For a
Oh,
second,
well,
I was
fuck
for a
this
second
goes
I
on.
was gonna feel bad since I saw you last week and you didn't tell me, but I get it because
Yeah.
your mother-in-law was there, and so that makes sense.
Yeah, you're supposed to. You're like safe to tell people
After you tell immediate family.
after you like hear the heartbeat, and like it's like 8 weeks, so that's tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it's hard to know and not tell people.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
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 Goodbye.
Especially when you going to birthday party and going out and stuff, and like, Abby, have a drink. Abby, have a drink. Abby,
She's
have
the
a
driver. She's the driver. She's the driver.
Yep.
She's the driver. She's the driver. And then it forces you to drink for her.
I've
You have
got
to-
a DD for the next 7.5 months at least.
Hey,
It forces you to drink double. Huh. That sucks for you,
Gonna
man. That's gonna be
get
rough for you.
piss ass drunk.
I did get piss ass drunk.
Well, you had 2 birthday parties for the same
Wow.
person, same weekend.
Yep.
Hell
I bowled a personal best for me,
Nice.
128,
I think it's better than I've ever
No, I don't
bowled.
want
and then I
was gonna
kept
brag.
drinking, and then by
Bowled
the
it.
end of the night, I bowled a gentleman's 58.
to. Nice. It's been like, I really like bowling, but it's been like 4 or 5 years since I bowled. But the last time I bowled, I did my personal best too.
I'm pretty sure the last time I went bowling, there was bumpers involved.
Yeah.
So it's been a long
The last time you went bowling
Stu's
was
19th birthday,
probably when we did
Probably.
Moonlight Bowling at Sundance, and we
Yeah.
sang Donnie's Girl.
and I won a bowling ball.
And he won a bowling
What?
ball, but it took him like 6 months to get it to him.
How do I not remember this?
You don't remember that?
No.
They were playing Jesse's Girl, and we were serenading you, saying wish we had Donnie's Girl. You don't remember that when they had
I
the
remember
Moonlight
him win-
Bowling and all
I
that?
remember
I
him
remember
winning a-
Roberg singing that.
We
I
all
remember-
sang it. We all sang
I
it.
remember him winning a bowling ball because I was like, what the
Yeah, and I had to drive him to Sundance 3 different times as they tried to figure out their shit.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I needed you because you're like, I got a question.
That's
Why
true.
doesn't he have his
need-
bowling
needed-
ball yet?
Yeah,
Where the fuck is his bowling
I got a
ball?
question. Where's his ball?
The first time we went in, they had the attitude of like, oh, you actually wanted it? Fucking yeah, I wanted
fucking
it.
give me a bowling ball.
It's free.
I want everything free.
And I need
Give
as
it to
many
me.
murdering weapons as possible.
Yeah, you see
I need to
Daredevil.
drop it on Joe Pesci's big bald head.
Yeah.
But eventually he got it.
You did get it. Okay. Is that what you bowled
Strike?
No.
with?
That's the one thing it's for.
Getting a lot of use. It was worth the 3 or 4 times demanding it.
Yeah, it's I asked for the lightest ball they would give me because I like to just throw it as hard as I can and make the pins explode when I actually throw it straight. But
I like to throw my balls around
it
too.
doesn't really work anymore.
Ugh, bastards. I was thinking, I'm just so fucking sick of my receding hairline What do you guys think about just going somewhere and if I got completely shaved, like a straight razor?
That's what I told you to do. Like
Just
there.
a Jean-Luc Picard
I
cue
think
ball.
that'd be awesome.
I told you
Make it
this,
so.
and I believe
Make
it
it
was.
so.
I might join you soon.
I believe it was on mic, on podcast this winter. I said, because you had the nice beard, I was like, you should just leave the beard and just
That's
completely
true.
shave the head and rock a sweet Viking look.
Oh, see,
I was on mic.
Yeah, I thought
pretty sure I
when
said
you
that.
say shave the head, I just assume you meant like just take like the shortest thing you
Like
can.
this,
and
like my
buzz
head,
it.
like the side of my mohawk.
I
is
thought
the
that's what
shortest.
you meant. I'm
No,
talking
straight-
about
I meant
like,
straight razor.
to the skin.
I meant straight razor, man.
Okay.
Because this is as low as a buzzer can get.
Yeah.
Then you gotta fucking razor that shit. Which
I
I
wanna-
can do the sides, but the back I can't really do myself. So
Find
I need a
gentleman's
lady who
barber
wants
shop.
to
I need
relocate
some place that will
and do
shave
this.
me and then give me an aromatic hot towel.
There's a
for
new.
my
I don't know
head.
if it is. There's a new in the right
I've
next to
always wanted to try
Ming Tree in that little strip mall.
Yeah.
That place that used to be the aquarium and the wig place.
Yeah.
That's been gone, and now there's a barber shop there. It's called Goodfellas
Word.
Barber Shop right
Since
there.
when?
I saw it like a month ago. It opened, I think.
That means it might already be closed.
Yeah.
But they got a fancy look. It looks like a metal sign. It looks like.
Ooh,
Looks
you
fucking
You don't have
sweet.
any like ties to the mob, and they're gonna cut your throat when they shave you.
I don't think so.
But bro, you know what I have at home? I have a Buzz shaver kit,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a razor, so I can give you that haircut for like $6.
You want to cut my hair tonight for like $7?
I won't. No, if we record it and put it on all our affiliate stuff for content, because content is king, Blair.
Content is king.
I'll do it for 800 Bitcoin.
800 bitcoins.
go
That's
back
like
to
millions
lifing
of
your
dollars.
Hey, and then you can life your live, man. But no, I'll do it for
800
I'll do it for free. If we can put it out, we'll stop right here because keep the beard, because the beard with the bald will
Yep,
get you
yep,
that
yep.
badass Ragnar Lothbrok look.
Fucking 800 bitcoins right now in US dollars is $7,626,192.
Wow.
That's a pretty affordable haircut.
What if you shaved it like you kept this going with the sideburn and you just had the ultimate sideburn?
Just end it right there. We should fucking do it.
Ultimate sideburn.
And then you let it
Fucking
grow
way.
so it looks like horns eventually.
Oh, and then just get gel and spike it up and say, hey, I'm the devil and I'm here to do the devil's work. No,
it was something
stupider than that.
stupider than
Something
that.
stupider than that. That was from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That was a fantastic
No,
film.
dude, we should film it and all fucking shave your head.
Do you know how to even use a straight razor?
Why don't you just use a regular
I'll just use a
razor?
regular razor. You don't need to use a straight razor.
Do you know how long it would take to fucking...
No, you don't have much hair, bro. It won't take long at all.
Talking like a... Fuck you.
You'd have to buzz it down as far as you can.
Yeah, that take 2 seconds to buzz.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
you just use a buzzer. Like you take the fucking
Blade off, which I
blade off, and
Yeah.
then it's just the little man. You get that, right? And then you just fucking shave
And you
it.
shave
Okay,
it.
but where do I get the aromatic hot towel?
I can fart on a towel for
That's
you.
not-
That'll be aromatic.
That would be
It's
hot,
after
and that
he-
wouldn't be
no, it's
aromatic.
after he had a
We have
bath with a
multiple
bath
things.
bomb,
Yeah,
so there
we
we
is
have
some
after-
we have
aromatics.
multiple
Yeah.
contraptions that we could heat up a wet towel that'll get nice and steamy for you, bro.
yeah, I can throw a
we
towel
got
in
throw,
the
throw an
oven.
air fryer in a microwave, in an
Yeah.
Instapot, in the oven, whatever you want to get
How
warm.
long would it take to bake that in an Instapot?
About
Like 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Oh no, that'd be like 2.
You'll have a hot towel in like 6 minutes.
6 minutes. I'm excited for all the yogurt and jam I'm gonna make, man, and fucking cheesecake.
Homemade
And I came up
cheesecake.
the other day with an awesome dessert. This is not Instapot related at all. And I'm not gonna spoil it on here because I don't want to steal the offer. But sometime I'm gonna treat you guys to it.
Okay.
It's fucking sweet.
It's
gonna be
fucking.
It's a sweet meat.
sweet. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Okay.
It's basically like a to-go
Stay strong, Mr.
s'mores
B.
cup, right? You can either do graham cracker
love
or a
graham
mix of
cracker.
graham cracker and cinnamon toast crunch crunched up on the bottom
Yeah.
with
I'm there.
with a bit of creamed marshmallow, like marshmallow cream, a little bit of that on there.
there.
You take a little like creme brulee, little torch, and you torch it a little bit to get a little crispy, like a s'mores marshmallow, and you dribble some chocolate on top. You could also throw caramel. Take a spoon to that sumbitch.
It's like a walking s'more.
Walking s'more, man.
It's more.
Or a
But with the marshmallow cream instead of just trying to melt a. But you got the toast in it, the crisp in it with the
gotta
butane torch a little bit.
cream.
Ooh, and then I was like, wait, instead of graham cracker, fucking
Ooh.
cinnamon toast crunch on the bottom, cinnamon bits, man. So no one steal that because I'm gonna make like 800 Bitcoin off of that.
I have
you
a good
gonna-
idea for dessert too, but
gonna-
yeah, now I don't want to share it because someone might steal it.
You gonna make that tonight when you cut my hair for like $6?
Yeah, man. I said if we content is king, I'll do it for free bucks.
I'm going ultimate.
I mean, I'm up for that too.
Will you be gentle so I don't have to go to work tomorrow with fucking nicks all over my fucking head?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my sweet time. This video is gonna take 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, it'll literally take less than 2 minutes to buzz you. I
We
mean,
could cook some
mine
in
took like,
Instapot while doing
While
it.
doing it.
Yeah.
or
I
we could
think
just
so.
put your head into the Instapot, and in like 5 minutes you'll be bald.
Yeah, but I'll also be dead.
No, bro. I'm not gonna put it on high pressure. I'll put it on saute.
You put his head in the Instapot, and in 5 minutes he's a perfectly cooked chicken.
Wow, that's a perfectly cooked Donovan.
Well,
It's just a gleaming skull.
He's going with the little
our friend is
lines
dead,
going
but
off
this
of it.
is good.
Like, wow, the Instapot.
He looks like fucking Red Skull as the as a Stonekeeper now. But I mean, content
He
is
did the job, though,
content is king.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. We'll be right back. I got some.
Pause for effect.
spooky things. Are we gonna talk about spooky
It's
things?
kind of spooky.
I got a disturbing,
Kinda
a
spooky.
weird
What
thing.
spooky thing?
Mr. B's got a disturbing weird thing. So we'll
Not
be
really
right back after this word from our sponsor. All right.
I
You
wasn't
sell,
ready.
you sell the jam to buy the lampshades.
By the lampshades. Yeah.
What kind of lampshades are you in the
Human
market
skin.
for?
The skin ones,
The
where
skin
you're not
We're on
ones.
the Ed Gein thing again.
Yeah, that's his goal. He's
damn.
gonna,
Instapot, I'm gonna make jam.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
make
sell it
jam.
at the farmer's market. I'm gonna buy fake skin lamps.
Fake skin lamp. Okay.
Yeah, not real. I'm not
yeah,
sick.
Etsy skin lamps.
Good.
Okay, if they're real skin, it's not his fault.
Yeah. After I do my story, I'm gonna pull it up on Etsy. And I'm gonna show you guys. But after I do my little story.
All right. Yeah. Let's start off with your little story, Mr. B. What do you got?
So
What
I
do you
don't
got
have
for
it.
us?
Does the article was published 2 days ago, but I don't know exactly when it all went down. Right? Did you hear about the Dr. Frankenstein guy in the Phoenix, Arizona area?
I did not.
No.
He owns
let's-
what's called
let's
called
hear
the
about it.
Biological Resource Center, and basically it's a place where you can donate bodies when they die to go. He like is a through man to like get them different stem cell and cancer research and stuff like that for bodies. Good stuff, right? Well, apparently they had some issues a couple years ago, and I couldn't find details on why they were investigating this guy then, but it must have been for the same thing.
Okay.
But they raided his place recently. And in there,
where's
they
it going?
is all dead people. So it's like Ed Gein, where Ed Gein killed only maybe 2 people.
It's all
he just
dead
he just
people. Okay,
fucking
good
robbed
start.
graves.
Yeah.
They found buckets full of heads,
Nice.
arms,
Yep.
legs.
Love it.
They found
He's making a Frankenhooker.
they found they found a giant cooler filled with dicks. Well,
Nice.
they say male genitalia, but it's
At
dicks.
least
dicks.
They had. Wait, that's what male genitalia means?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So they called it a horror. They said it looked like a horror show in there, kind of. Find the next part. They believe by some of the cutting marks on it that he had to have dismembered the bodies with chainsaws and bandsaws,
Nice.
as one would. I think it's got like 8 or 9 people have joined the class action lawsuit because loved ones. Like one guy's like, I donated my mom and dad to this place, and they said in the freezer bottoms were filled with pools of blood and other bodily fluids from drained and freezing in there.
Nice.
The crazy part, why they call him the Frankenstein is apparently hanging up on the wall, and it's just because he's like, fuck it, and he probably did fuck it. He's just like, I want to do this. This is for me.
Right.
It's
a personal goal.
There was it was a decapitated woman's head that he had sewn to the body of a giant male, and then he had it hung on the wall.
What? This is a real story.
This is a real story on multiple different. No, they have pictures of the outside of the place, but I didn't Google to see if there's pictures of the image. Yeah. And apparently they did the research why, and I don't know if whether it be fuck you,
yeah, fuck you.
Whether it be on the dark web or some other shady things. Apparently they put on here the going rate for different body parts. I guess a head is $500, arms are $750, and you can get up to $5,000 for a body.
That's what I'd charge
for a torso, or like a full body.
It just says whole body.
Whole body. That's a decent.
Then it also gives you the pounds. So you could get a head for up to 400 euros.
Nice. I love euros.
Yeah. So
that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's
okay. You said there's a class action lawsuit, but like this guy broke a bunch of fucking laws.
Well, there's probably that, but it talked about. It said like 8 or 9 people have joined the lawsuit. So I'm assuming there's other things. They didn't go into all
there's
the
a lot
court
of
it.
things you can do to a dead body that don't necessarily break a specific like law, but I know like desecration of a corpse.
Right, he's definitely going to be getting that, and unless they can prove he was having sex with it, I don't know if they. I mean, the desecration.
I'm pretty sure necrophilia is one of those things that isn't.
It's just desecration.
It's right.
So they're definitely going to get him for that. It said like 8 or 9 people had joined the lawsuit, so it didn't go into details about the law of it all. So I'm assuming that's on their end, and then there's probably the actual the state is going against them for the desecration of bodies and then all this shit about the shady business aspects. He's probably getting shit too.
Right.
So yeah, that happened in Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
Somewhat recently. Yeah.
I don't think that guy's career is going to be rising from the ashes anytime soon. Fucking got him.
Got him. Got
like a
him.
fox.
And stay down, Frankenstein.
I just got beat to a pun. I think I should just call it a day.
No,
hey, no.
So you talk. I'm gonna look up skin lamps.
Well, I'd like you to pay attention to what
I'm
saying.
definitely gonna pay attention.
You're looking at skin lamps. God damn it, Mr.
No,
B.
Etsy's loading.
So I got a little game that I took part in that I think we can do on the pod that I think will be topical.
You take part in games without us?
Pod game? Pod game?
It's a game we can play on the pod. It's called Hunt a Killer. Have you...
Oh, I've heard it. Oh, so it's not Whose Line It Is Any Sleigh.
No, it is not, unfortunately. We'll bring that back someday.
I've seen Hunt a Killer.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
I've heard ads on podcasts.
It's a monthly box. They send you essentially evidence to a fictional crime.
Oh, cool.
Turns out it's
you get pieces. There's they do 2 a year, so there's 6 boxes in total per case. So I'll be getting my first one soon, and we'll go over it and we'll discuss what the case is, the pieces of evidence. We can start forming theories and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool to
that'd be neat.
to film. So
most of the time, it's always the significant other.
I'll work on my noir detective voice.
Dude, do it. I don't want us to turn into a true crime podcast because there's so goddamn many of those.
Yeah.
But I mean, serial killers have always kind of been up our street, so to speak, and I think it's.
And once we solve this, we can move on to bigger things. Like we'll solve the Jacob Wetterling case and shit.
Wasn't that solved? Like
no, a couple years ago. Yeah, but I haven't heard anything for sure. They think he did it, but he's also being held for other stuff that they know he did. But I haven't heard any updates in a couple years since that went down. So
interesting.
We're probably gonna have to get on the track.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to take that asshole down.
We're gonna have to get on.
Or whatever asshole did it. Maybe that asshole, maybe multiple assholes.
Well, that asshole who did it, I guess I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So saying that I don't want us to become a true crime podcast, I'd like to discuss a true crime.
That being said, let's get into
I just heard about this a couple weeks ago, and I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't know about this because it's got a lot of eerie details, and it happened in Minneapolis. So I'd like to.
I know that place.
I know you used to live there.
I lived there.
So Starting on New Year's Eve of 1980 and going until about August of 1982, a man in Minneapolis and St. Paul killed 3 women and attempted to kill 2 more. I mean, that's not great numbers, let's be honest. Come on, fucking step up your game, guy. But the interesting thing is, he would call the police crying and remorseful after doing it and begging to be stopped.
Yeah.
And because this was in the 80s, we have those calls. So I'd like to, real quick, just play a little bit of audio for you, all right?
Now, if you set up your new thing, you could plug it into one of these channels and have it be crystal clear for the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Just letting you know.
I'm definitely not going to be doing this in editing so that it's not going to be audio.
I just say you did that before and it was a little patchy.
We tried.
You said.
Well, it was
tried
only
to
because
do
you
it.
kept interrupting it. So as long as you just keep
Oh, I'm
your
sorry
fucking
when you
mouth
said,
shut.
hey, we're going to play this through, and you guys chime in whenever you have something to say that I chimed in.
All right.
That's true.
So here's
fuck me, right?
some of that audio, all right? Take a listen.
I'm listening.
Don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry what I did to Compton. I couldn't help it. Don't know why I had to stab her. I am so upset about it. I keep getting drunk every night. I can't believe it. It's like a big dream. I can't think of being locked up. If I get locked up, I'll kill myself. I'd rather kill myself than get locked up. I'll try not to kill anybody else.
Fire emergency.
Please don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times. Kimberly Compton was the first one over at St. Paul. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm sick. I'm going to kill myself, I think.
Where are you?
I'm just going to... If somebody dies with a red shirt on, it's me. I killed both of you. I'm sorry. I'll never make it to heaven.
Calm down. Calm.
Oh, you find me? I just stabbed somebody with an ice pick. I can't stop myself. I keep killing somebody. Yes, please. This is an emergency. Please send a squad to Pierce Butler Road, Molenberg Manufacturing Company, machine shop. Please, there's an ambulance too. There's a girl hurt there.
Can you tell me what happened to her?
Just hurry. She's laying on the ground in the back by the railroad tracks, by the edge here. Hurry.
What's the address?
I don't know.
Who are you?
Yeah. So those are the phone calls. Now, because of the calls,
And you don't have to, don't tell me if you have more information if I don't want to blow your load here on the story. I mean, there is a chance that he wasn't a killer and it was just someone fucking with the cops. There is still that chance. Okay, I said don't spoil if you get it. Okay.
there is not that chance.
Gotcha, okay.
He was, because of those calls, he got the nickname the Weepy-Voiced Killer, which is, I think, a fair.
I don't know. He
sounds like something
He
Trump
sounded
would
strong
call it.
and domineering to me.
Wow.
So the last call we heard where he says there's a girl hurt, that was actually his first crime. That was December 31st, 1980. He beat Karen Potak in St. Paul, Minnesota, inflicting severe wounds and a brain injury, but she did survive that attack. So his first assault did not end in a murder, but he called the police and made that sort of confession. Now, the first victim he killed was Kimberly Compton, an 18-year-old student from Wisconsin, on June 3rd, 1981. After killing her, he again contacted the police, pleading, "God damn it, will you find me? I just stabbed somebody with an ice pick. I can't stop myself. I keep killing somebody."
He obviously, I mean, he feels somewhat more so, but he obviously doesn't care that much. Like, you come find me, not me go to you. You
Also,
come
I
find
keep
me.
Well,
killing
yeah, I
somebody.
mean,
That
he's
was his
scared.
first victim. What a
Right.
fool.
Well, it could be that in
Well, that
those,
they know
in
him. He
those,
might have
in
killed
those
someone
days,
before
he
that.
might have thought that like he left her for dead. He
Right.
maybe didn't realize that she survived.
Right.
So 2 days later, he called police to say that he was sorry for stabbing Compton and that he would turn himself in, but he did not. Eventually, he did say that he'd rather kill himself than be behind bars. He called again to say the newspaper accounts of his murders were inaccurate. His next call came on June 11th. In a whimpering, barely coherent voice, he cried, "I'm sorry for what I did to Compton." His next victim was Kathleen Greening, who was found dead at her home just outside St. Paul. Now, the killer, who I haven't mentioned yet, his name was Paul Michael Stefani. He later confessed to drowning her in her bathtub at her Roseville residence. His fourth victim and his last murder victim was Barbara Simmons, a 40-year-old nurse on the Minneapolis side of the Mississippi. The two met at the Hexagon Bar after Simmons gave Stefani an extra cigarette. After spending the night at the bar with Stefani, Simmons told the waitress, "He's cute. I hope he's nice since he's giving me a ride home." She was found stabbed to death the next day.
Fuck.
There were no calls after Greening's death, but the Weepy-Voiced Killer contacted police after the murder of Simmons. "Please don't talk. Just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times. Kimberly Compton was the first one over in St. Paul." Now, where it all started to unravel for this guy, he picked up a 19-year-old sex worker named Denise Williams on August 21st, 1982, in Minneapolis. Now, she sensed something was wrong with him when he began driving through a dark suburban area rather than back to the city where he had originally picked her up. Turning onto a dead-end road, he stabbed her 15 times with a screwdriver. During the attack, she was able to hit him in the head with a glass bottle, causing cuts to his head and face. His screams drew the attention of a man who lived nearby, and upon seeing him try to stab her again, began to wrestle with him, causing Stefani to flee the scene. The man was able to call for an ambulance and was later identified, who was able to later identify Stefani. However, when he returned home to his apartment, he noticed he was bleeding badly and had to seek medical attention. It was this call that confirmed Stefani was the Weepy-Voiced Killer and linked him to the Williams attack. Further in-depth investigative work later connected Stefani to the murder of Simmons. So he was put on trial. He was sentenced to 58 years in prison, which is like 3 consecutive life sentences for his 3 murders. But he did die in prison in 1998.
Nerd.
What a nerd.
From cancer.
Dies.
So, yeah.
Not me.
You
Kind
get
of-
that fucking hardcore prison cancer.
Yeah.
That I hear you don't necessarily usually pull through from prison
If
cancer.
only the place in Phoenix could have sent the bodies to do research for cancer. Found a cure. I want to continue that, but while it's fresh in my head, since you brought up his name, I completely forgot the capstone for that story I said. If I can quick for 2 seconds.
Sure.
You know what the guy's name was? Stephen Gore.
Nice.
Like G-O-R-E?
G-O-R-E.
That's a little
Stephen
too
Gore.
on the nose, isn't it?
I forgot about that part.
Please tell me
Slightly
he
on the
changed
nose.
it, and that's not his birth
I don't
name.
know. I mean, they didn't go into detail in the story, but
That's-
okay. I'm on back to yours. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Stephen Gore.
Yeah, so we had our own little weirdo serial killer for...
We've had a couple. We had that one I talked about. I don't know if it was on the reboot or the older one, about the guy who was killing. I think it was men at the different bars, and like they were the shoes.
You talking about the Gay Slayer?
Maybe we
Is that
talked
the
about
one
it
we're
here.
talking about?
I don't know if that was said on there. Maybe I just didn't know at the time that he had a name. But I talked about it, and the shoes were always found, and a lot of the bodies were found in the river.
Oh, that's one that could have been multiple people.
Could have been multiple people.
Oh,
People
the
were
one
thinking it
the
might be
smiley
the
face
smiley
killer?
face.
Smiley face killer.
Oh, yeah,
So we've
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about other Minnesota local ones too, and there's some up in the Iron Range has had some too, and the reservations have had some too. But we've had a fair share. I mean, we got to keep up with Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think we could ever
no one's
keep
gonna
up with
no one's gonna
Wisconsin.
catch up to Wisconsin. But yeah, I mean, we gotta.
Yeah, try.
But now Canada's trying to make a run for it. You know, with all the random feet washing up on shores on that lake in. I don't know if
I
it's
don't think
Ontario
they're
or
random.
something.
I think they're deliberate.
And then the guy who got, I think he got arrested. The one who's now they're searching all the places over the last 5 years that he worked because he did landscaping, because they're finding he was putting bodies in, like flower beds and pots and different stuff. So like everyone who this guy worked for in the last 5 years, they got to go and say, sorry, we have to fucking dig up your yard to
Sorry, we gotta
see
make
if
sure
there's
no
body
dead
parts
bodies
in
the
there.
yard.
Those two more recently in Canada. I think there's another one, but so Canada's trying to get back in the game.
So, adjusted for population, Mr. B,
Sorry.
Sorry about
can
that.
you?
Here's some
I
ketchup
have
chips.
I have a list here of the 10 states with the most serial murder. Okay.
Okay.
Anyone want to take any guesses as to
Florida.
Florida? Florida's that's a good guess.
States.
States.
Then Illinois is probably up there because I'm sure Chicago's got a
Oh,
bunch.
Illinois, okay.
You're right. That's a good guess.
Just in any order in the top 10,
Yeah.
Just pick one so you can get one.
I would assume.
And don't say Wisconsin. Come on, that's.
I would assume maybe Texas.
Can I throw a second guess in there?
You can.
Vermont.
Vermont. Nice. Okay.
So pretty. You gotta
So-
kill
There's just a
someone.
lot of. Here,
Mark, you were correct. Florida is number 3.
Nice.
Blair, Texas is number 8.
Nice.
Illinois, not on the list.
Whoa, that surprises me
I
considering.
guess they're
Prepare
they'd be like
to be
gang
more
related.
surprised.
Yeah, but gang related could be a serial killer. I mean, you might
Prepare to be more surprised. Wisconsin
is not actually number 1.
it's not on the list.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Number 1.
What do I win?
I'll suck your cock later.
14 stabs from a screwdriver?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about Vermont?
Vermont is not on there.
Shot the dog. Maybe
So
it's, uh,
I'll give you.
I went straight Florida, man.
Here's what we're gonna do.
I'm surprised.
Number 10, Oklahoma.
Not on you. I throw shade at this list because
Number 10.
Because I'm sure there's gang-related murder in Chicago that people have killed more than 3 people, and that'd be serial murder. And Chicago's like the number 1 crime city in the country, I believe.
Gang related.
Top there?
That's a
Gang
different.
But if you kill more than 3 people, you're still a serial killer.
Yeah, but you can't.
Doesn't matter how he
That's
killed.
You can't
I don't
tell
think so.
Who
Like
killed
I don't.
who, like in a gang related thing.
That's true.
You don't.
That's
I don't think
true.
I
you.
think it's semantics.
No one calls Timothy McVeigh a serial killer. He's a fucking terrorist. He bombed people.
Well, yeah,
That's different.
he's categorized as a spree killer because it was all one thing.
Okay,
He's
so
still a
number
serial
10.
killer.
Number 10, Oklahoma. Total number of serial killings 174. So adjusted for their population, number of serial killings per 1 million, 5.86 serial murders per million, which is kind of a lot. Number 9, Utah. Total number only
Mormons.
78, but adjusted number per their population 6.01 per million. Texas. 793 total. That's a lot.
That's just
But
statistics.
because of their population, their adjused number is 6.11 per
They got
million.
a lot of fucking people.
Louisiana, 276 total. Adjusted number 7.35 per million. Oregon, 162 total, adjusted to 7.36. That's number 6.
I bet Minnesota's in the top 3.
Number 5, Washington State, 277 total, adjusted total 7.44.
Most of those you have to account to Sasquatch.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so California is number 4, 1507 total.
Yeah,
That
they
is
had,
a
yeah,
lot.
they had,
Jesus
they had Zodiac and now Golden State. And
adjusted for their population though, 7.81.
wasn't
per
there another
million.
big one out there in California? Big heavy hitter? Besides Zodiac and now the Golden State, wasn't there another one?
The Night Stalker.
Oh yeah, Richie Ramirez.
The Hollywood Strangler.
Hollywood
there was.
Strangler.
Oh, Richie
There's a
Ramirez.
ton of-
Richie
yeah, they have a ton of
Ramirez.
Number 3, Florida, 778 total, adjusted 9.92 serial killings per million. Like, you have a better chance of fucking getting murdered by a serial killer than you do of winning the fucking lottery there.
But you have a higher percentage chance of getting your face eaten by a homeless person on bath salts.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the 2 that surprised me. Number 2, Nevada,
That
A
makes
lot of desert.
98 total, adjusted for
money.
population though, 12.19 per million. And number 1, anyone? Someone's got to guess it.
Minnesota.
Not Minnesota.
Maine.
Not Maine.
Vermont.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona,
Ah,
Arkansas,
stop! You got it.
It's Alaska.
That's Alaska.
I think I knew that. Now that you said it, I was like, fuck, I think I
So-
knew that at some point.
Alaska. It's only been a state for a little while.
And they only have 6 people that live there legally.
Total number of serial killings that have occurred in Alaska, 51.
Okay.
Adjusted for population, 15.65 per million.
Jesus.
Says no state in the country has a higher rate of serial murders than Alaska. As was the case with most other states, serial killers in Alaska claimed more victims in the 80s than in any other decade. Robert Hansen, perhaps the most prolific serial killer in the state's history, was sentenced to 461 years of prison in 1984 after confessing to gruesome murders of 17. So yeah, Alaska is the biggest one, and Wisconsin and Minnesota didn't even make the list.
Well, I didn't really think Minnesota would make the list, but I thought it'd be ironic if also you're like, Mr. B, joke's on you, we're all gonna fucking die. But then, once you said Alaska, I was like, oh, I have heard that before. Fuck
Yeah.
me, right?
Yeah, maybe someday. We'll see. You'll have
Oh, so
to
you're gonna
play
suck
your-
his dick, but you're not gonna fuck me?
He was right, okay? I
Okay,
have
fair
to.
enough. I've been right before on things.
Yeah, but not when a fucking blowjob was on the line.
Shit, If I'm right about this.
All right, first burp check with these new mics.
I've been doing it too. I would hold it in.
Oh.
Blair's got
Put
this
it out
Cthulhu
to the
burps.
side.
Blair's got his Cthulhu burps coming.
What does that mean?
Means Cthulhu's like the bull sharks don't like the ocean, so he's swimming up the mighty Mississippi and hopping over the dams, and he's
It's making noises.
right over here, and he's making noises, and Blair's imitating him with his burps earlier.
Mighty Mississippi.
Mississippi.
The big
Fucking
bird.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, if you guys want to not sleep well for a while, just go to the Wikipedia page for unidentified serial killers.
It takes a lot.
How many of them are still out there?
It takes a lot to make me not sleep. It's the fact that I don't sleep well. That makes it hard. I don't get any REM sleep, and I'm a dang-back bower. That's what keeps me up at night. Or my beasts. My beasts keep me up at night.
You should try laying on my bed
I have a purple.
naked. What?
I have a purple. I had it for like 4 months.
Oh. And you still don't sleep any better?
The purple is better.
Oh, okay.
But was it me talking?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't remember what I was saying.
It's okay. We're recording again.
Were we in the middle of something?
I don't
Okay.
remember.
Anyway, I did find some pictures on Etsy.
Let's see the pictures on it.
The first one I found when I Googled fake Ed Gein inspired skin lamp.
I like that you preempted it with fake.
Yes, faux, actually.
Fake?
It's faux.
Keeps you off the FBI
Right,
list
faux.
when you say fake.
There used to be a lot more because I had some saved in my Etsy shop for Halloween.
Sure.
Sure.
But they must have all got deleted or they sold out and they didn't want to make more. I don't know the details. Or they ended up using real skin and said it was faux. But the first one wasn't actually a lamp. The first one that popped up was apron. So there's that. I don't know if I'm trying to guess you can all see without me.
Oh, it's like
Is
faces
it
and shit.
apron?
Ah.
It looks like Tusky.
Gross.
Then I started finding lamps. This one's not a good one. That's amateur work. That's amateur work. That's amateur work.
What is that? A piece of pepperoni
No.
pizza?
It looks like an
It's a
apricot.
giant areola, obviously.
That looks like a pepperoni.
And this
I don't
one's
think
kind of
that's-
cool. I mean, this one's still a little bloody, but that one's kind of cool.
It's decent. I don't know. It's a little too theatrical.
That one's, and then there's the last one. And just like when Mark showed us the picture, keep your reactions till everybody sees it, okay?
Whoa, I showed you an image of a picture.
Keep your reactions till everybody sees it. And then there's that one.
Yuck.
Just kidding. That's the actual nipple belt that was found in Ed
I was
Gein's
gonna
house.
say that's the real.
That was the actual nipple belt.
That's the real belt.
Real belt.
Fucking
Nipple belt.
got you fuckers with a real Ed Gein nipple belt. And when I want to show you this though.
Nipple belt.
When I
Genuine.
searched for that image, for that Ed Gein. Oh, I fucking deleted the bit. I gotta show this. I gotta show you this. It's fucking funny. Hang on. Hang on. Because there's some that popped up that was obviously fake. Because I don't think Ed Gein did this because it was this was after his time. Ed Gein nipple belt. Love googling that. Images. Now better fucking show up again.
And you're back on the FBI.
And there's obviously the images of like
The real
bowls made out of skulls and shit like that.
whatever.
Boring.
Oh, here we go. This popped up. And obviously this is not, a Nike shoe that someone said Ed Gein made.
What is the swoosh supposed to be made of?
Fucking,
It just looks like construction
fucking
paper.
taint skin. I don't know. Just do it. Just do it, man.
Just do it.
The laces look like onion tangles.
No, those are that's veins.
That is so
Because he
bad.
did sew stuff with veins.
That is so.
That popped up when I was looking for that, and I was like,
stuff with veins? Then it's
Yeah.
not weird at all.
so I saw that and I was like, that's kind of funny. Fucking. Oh, Ed Gein
Hey,
made this Nike shoe.
Just do it. A picture of Ed Gein's
Just do
face.
it.
Just
do it. I don't talk much. I'm kind of a loner. Just do it. But technically, I may have only killed 2 people, and one of them was my brother. And he
Maybe they don't know for sure that he killed
his brother, right? But he did kill that one lady.
He
who
did
owned the
kill
bar.
that one woman.
The woman who owned the bar. Oh, get on mic, baby girl.
If she invited herself up
There's
and
a-
she's not welcome, you gotta.
There's a doggo.
She's gotta be
Get
the
that,
boss.
She's okay.
Get
Okay.
that.
Aren't you? You're very regal. Very regal.
I say she like Remember the Native American crying a single tear when he sees the litter? Like that's what she does. She comes up and just like makes eye contact with you, like play with me or give me what I want right now. And she cries a single tear. Like I think she was a Native American chief in a past life. And
Well,
I got that guilt hanging
well,
over
for the
me
month
now.
that we had her, I only dressed in Native American garb to, make her think of home. Make her think of home.
That's offensive.
You know how like
I
some
just
people
tapped the
like
mic
take,
with my.
they like
sorry.
wear a shirt for a few days and then they put it in the dog's kennel so that they get like your scent. Mr. B just did that with like a war bonnet.
God damn it, Mr. B.
And then I said, "Here you go. She's all yours."
I've just never seen a dog that just like pierces your soul for so long. Just stare right at you.
She knows what she
I got a
wants.
picture of a soul piercing in a negative way. Give me.
Trace.
I really don't
Give me
need to
3
see any
minutes.
more nipple belts.
No, bro, it's an actual dog, and it's not a nipple dog.
I've seen 100% more nipple belts today than I planned on.
Well, you're welcome. Yeah. Is that the first time you've seen Ed Gein's nipple belt?
Probably not.
Okay, good.
I'm on this podcast. Of course I've seen it before.
Look at this. Now this one is in a negative way staring into your soul.
Oh, God.
Look at her eyes glow, Trixie. Ba, 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 ba. Da, da, da,
Oh, is it the Goosebumps dog?
ba. No, it's my dog.
Oh.
One of mine. Ba, ba.
Oh my god.
Dude, he zoomed in a lot.
Holy shit.
She's in the other room.
That's haunting.
Oh my god.
She's in the other room, and she's
Where's
just.
the green coming from?
That's how it came. I took the picture of her. She was in the other room, like just sitting there in the dark room, like this, just staring at me.
Oh my god.
So I took a picture. I know.
Fuck that.
I thought you were doing the goosebump. The boop, 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 boop. The dog with the glowing eyes at the beginning.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh yeah, the
Legend of the Haunted
G
Mask.
flies by
The G
and makes
flies by
everything
and
haunted.
it makes everyone gross.
Turns the lady into Michael
And
Jackson.
then
circa
Jack Black comes out and
1994.
tells that kid, "You got to stop your friend from killing herself. And here's 13 reasons why."
Weird
What?
segue.
Because the movie Jack Black plays R.L. Stein, and then the kid from 13 Reasons Why is.
What the fuck is 13 Reasons Why?
It's the show about the kid who kills herself.
Very controversial.
Who was
Netflix
supposed to
show.
be in Avengers Endgame as a deleted scene when Tony snaps. She was going to be his daughter, all grown up, but they cut it out. 'cause
Yeah,
they're-
because she's dead.
No, not that character.
It's supposed to be like a snapshot in the life of like a depressed teen.
Oh, that sounds like
I've
It's
actually
on
I've
Reddit.
actually seen the first season, not much by choice at first, but it's actually pretty good.
Do they show the
Oh, yeah.
graphic suicide?
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh, yeah.
graphic.
Parents
That's good.
freaked out because it's like this is just
It
like
was the first time.
instructions on how
It was
to
the
kill
first. It was the
yourself.
first time Netflix had to put a warning.
Yeah, it's very difficult to figure out how to kill yourself.
Right, and kids today are
People-
stupid.
I know that when I'm looking for like life advice, I just watch Netflix shows. So I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
Figure
Right.
it out.
When in doubt, Demigorgon.
Yes, exactly. Precisely, Demigorgon.
Or if life gets too hard, go to prison. Orange is the new black.
Is it?
Become a female wrestler.
F is for family.
I was gonna say glow.
Glow. I know.
Is that a Netflix show?
Glow. Yeah, and so is F,
Everything they
F for
just
fa-
said
everything.
is a Netflix show.
There's about
I get it.
Hey,
You guys are
that-
really
that's
trying
very-
to get
hey,
us sponsored
hey,
by Netflix.
That's very
huh?
atypical of you.
Those are some stranger things you guys are talking
Whoa,
about.
whoa! I haven't heard of that show.
I feel left out. I don't know all these Netflix
You don't watch
shows.
shows.
You know Stranger Things. Come on.
I know that one, yeah, but all these other things you guys are throwing at me, I don't fucking.
You just open Netflix and it's there.
The
Because they put
Witcher.
out new.
The Witcher.
The Witcher's coming. You
Yep.
gonna watch that?
Not out
I'll
yet.
watch that.
It does look pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I
kinda
showed you
like
as many
The
nipple
Witcher.
belt pictures as I had. Nike swooshes. Made out of taint skin.
Nike swooshes. I think we should.
Just do it.
For next episode, we should really get back on the old paranormal train. Find
Yeah, but
some
we
good
were always
ghost stuff.
paranormal and serial killer and Instapot podcast.
I know, but when was the last time we did something paranormal?
I told you I could make jam in 4 minutes.
It was
That's
the
pretty.
mind.
That's pretty paranormal.
That's not paranormal.
That's alien technology, bro.
He's been to Area 51. He went early.
Yeah, I snuck in.
Blair, did
like
you,
the Night
did you
Fox.
see the Warframe post about that? It was like Tenno, a new alert, and it was Area 51, and it was a sabotage mission.
Did you see the guy who started that? He was just like, I just posted that as a joke, and it just rolled with it, and then it was too far for me to be like, sorry, and then...
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean it. It was a joke.
The security outside of Area 51 is like a private security company. Like, they'll just fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And the guy from Star Trek and Independence Day is going to be there and be going all crazy. What? He played the crazy doctor in Independence Day. He's in Star Trek.
Data?
Yeah, I can't remember the
Brent
actor's name.
Spiner.
Spiner.
He's there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was he in the new Independence Day?
Yes, he was.
Even though he died in the first one.
He didn't die in the first one.
I thought
They checked his neck, and he was fucking lifeless.
Yeah.
I don't
They
know
literally
the original.
do. They put the 2 fingers on him.
And they're like,
And
Yeah, they didn't help. My favorite part of the original is the Easter egg. No, the Easter egg. And my dad actually found this, like, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago, whatever it was, when fucking the alien starts getting into Bill Pullman's head and controlling him. Must have been the best take, because when he reacts and goes like that, the Attorney General guy, he actually headbutts him right in the face. The guy's like this, and that must have been the best take. And my dad noticed that like 15 years ago. He's like, well, we'll rewind that. He actually hits him in the head, and he goes like that, and then Bill Pullman almost puts his hand up to his head for a second, but he's a supreme actor, so he stops. But the other guy's like, mother. The other guy just kind of goes like this and walks out of screen, and then fucking.
well, now I have to watch that.
And then Roland Emmerich's like, we don't got time for another take.
keep it in.
Keep it in.
Is that how Roland Emmerich talks?
I don't know.
Yes. I love movies.
He's even for
it.
it.
It is I, Roland Emmerich. He has kind of an accent. I bought
a year-long membership to the Minnesota Historical Society, and I bought the membership that gives me access, free access with
the historical societies?
with a partner, so I can bring one person with for free entry to 27 historical sites.
Name them.
Some of them that I want to go to for the pod. One of them is the Folsom House in Taylor's Falls, which is supposedly
Folsom
very
Blues.
haunted, which is cool. Get free entry to that.
James J. Hill House.
Here's the thing I didn't know,
Can we go
fellas.
to the James J. Hill House for free? Because that place is cool.
I think so.
I don't know if that's
Here's the
historical
thing.
or not, but
Here's the thing. I didn't realize this, but we've been there twice now. But apparently, no, Split Rock is apparently haunted.
haunted.
Yes.
Gotcha, that's historical.
And so
I think we talked about that when we potted the first time we went
Did
up
we?
there.
I don't know.
I think we did.
It felt like new news to me when I heard that it was.
But that was like
supposedly
3 years ago,
haunted.
motherfucker.
But the other thing is, there's a out west, not far from that
No,
Vicksburg
west
place that we went to. Remember that? Mm-hmm. There's a place called Jeffers, and there's a petroglyph there that like predates. It predates like Native American society. Like it's before Native Americans
Before
were there.
Tracers past life.
Wow, that's just
It's-
racist saying Native Americans weren't the first one here.
No, it's just.
Fucking dark on your end.
Jesus Christ, Mr. B. That's what you're gonna. After everything we've been through, that's what you're gonna fucking do to me right here, right now, on this fucking podcast.
Hey man,
we looked at nipple belts together.
Hey, you give me 800 Bitcoin and I'll edit that out.
I'm the one editing this. What are you talking about?
Well,
I think I got
then
Give me 800 Bitcoins and I'll tell you to edit that out of the podcast.
I think I got a good way to end the pod if you guys want. I didn't find the clip of him headbutting the guy, but I did find Gilbert Godfrey reciting Bill Pullman's Independence Day speech.
All right. We'll play us out with that.
Okay.
But I just want to say that we're gonna get back on the paranormal train. Talk about some ghoulies and ghosties.
I make no promises. I might
Shut
be
the
homeless.
fuck
I might be
up.
homeless. So,
I will put you inside your dog.
hey, no, that's too far. The only person that can put me inside my dog is me, motherfucker.
You guys ready?
my dog.
So thanks everyone for listening.
Number love for you.
Love you guys.
No, but love for him.
Here's Gilbert Godfrey.
Good morning! In less than an hour, an aircraft from here will join others from around the world, and you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind! That word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united by our common interests. perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July. And you will once again be fighting for our freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist, and should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Under the boardwalk, half-baked and a half-baked corn dog. Face halfway to P40 Warhawk. Raised in the gore with the horse and the warthogs. Aged in the basement, East Count kicking dog years. I'm rich when I'm broke, it's amazing. I'm three-eyed fish in a mode, I'm a joke, I'm a Kilroy pissed in the snow. Most of the ex-old folk in his past grew up in a poser and sociopath. Old portfolios openly dissed. OG morals, Tokyo drift, I was low-key miffed. You was trying to get your own pants unpissed. Yelling fuck the rich, now we down low, count dough in a bubble. Spit shine shoes, grow coats on puddles. In the face of fame, I never cuddle with the cancer impatient. Age-old bugs in the amber, bedhead Lazarus, climb at a time warp. No one to impress, what would I comply for? I never ate dinners with pop stars. You wouldn't paint litter on a Bob Ross. New York slobs, hopscotch on rock salt. Less Tupac, more pock marks.
Way down now, and let it look what